Yo, after the show.
It's Jen and I'm in my car rolling. I want to show y'all something. So remember when I say all the time, yo, did you know, basically reveals history hidden in plain sight? Well, it's true. We're going to go back to episode 8, Clark University, where I told the story of the group of ministers from the Freedmen Aid Society, and they purchased 450 acres of land. 450 acres of land is the size of Fort McPherson, like massive. They wanted the formerly enslaved people to be able to learn in peace and be off the beat a little bit so that it was very controlled from the racism of that era. They didn't want that into engaging with the students. I'm going to show you something that you drive by and you don't even notice. But as a location scout, like I said, I caught a lot of things and I thought, what is that? What is that? What is that? And then when I pieced it all together, I realized, oh my God, this was part of campus. I'm going to take y'all down University exit because I want y'all to see something. Pfieffer. That's the last name of Henry and Annie Merner Pfieffer. They were big philanthropists that gave to Methodist-based colleges.
And Henry Pfieffer earned his wealth as the owner of Pfieffer Pharmaceuticals. You see this building? That's the Atlanta-based SSS company, and they acquired Pfieffer Pharmaceuticals. It sits right there at 71 University. Now, after his death, Annie Merner donated to Clark College's new campus in 1941 when they moved to the West End and funded 2 female residences that are still active today, Henry Pfieffer Hall and Annie Merner Hall.
I bet you missed that. See when I say history hidden in plain sight and you're not even paying attention.
Okay, hope you learned something so far on Yo After the Show. Meet me back at 12. We're going to drive down the street because I got something else to show you.
And hey, the gas is on me.
Yo After the Show.
I just love history. And I also love getting answers to my curious questions. Atlanta has a series of street signs, and I want to tell you what they mean. So here's another clue to the large 450-acre campus of Clark University. This clue sits at the intersection of Michael Langford Drive, which was prior, and Thirkield. Thirkield Avenue is the last name of Wilbur Thirkield. He was the first dean and president of the Gammon Institute, which was the school inside of Clark University that educated ministers. He was their first dean and president in 1883. I'm going to tell you something else about Thirkield. In 1906 to 1912, he was the president of Howard University, another HBCU on the East Coast in Washington, D.C.
I see y'all are on a learning frenzy. Well, let's take one more ride down these roads in South Atlanta to learn more about Clark University, one of the first HBCUs founded in Atlanta, Georgia in 1869.
And again, the gas is on me.
Yo After the Show.
I'm going to take y'all on a little road trip, okay? Stay put, honey, because I'm doing the driving. Let's go. So now I'm in the residential part of South Atlanta, which was Brownsville back in the late 1800s. And I'm going to walk you down a street called Gammon Avenue. This one's pretty special because this was what financed a lot of this construction. The name Gammon Avenue comes from Reverend Elijah H. Gammon, who was not only a minister and an abolitionist, but he was a philanthropist, a manufacturer, and a very wealthy man who sold, at that time in the late 1800s, brand new harvesting equipment and made his fortunes. And in 1883 partnered with Reverend Henry Warren of the Freedmen Aid Society to fund the first seminary school. He was a very spiritual man, and he believed that his life's purpose was to help to educate newly emancipated African Americans in Atlanta so that they could learn, and he supported a ministerial school. He created an endowment to fund what became the Gammon Theological Seminary in 1883. $20,000 is what he donated to Clark University. Now, the beautiful thing is, Elijah Gammon did not just donate $20,000. He donated hundreds of thousands of dollars in his lifetime to the seminary. And in 1891, sit down. In 1891, in his will, after he died, he left the seminary $500,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of money today. $500,000 in 1891 is equivalent to $18 million plus dollars in 2026. But you know what? His whole thing was, his life's mission, he believed, was to educate people who wanted to learn about the ministry of all races. He wanted one of the best schools in the South that did that. Now go back to episode 8, Clark University. Remember when I told you at the end of the episode that Clark University moved to the West End? Well, Gammon also moved to the West End. It became a part of a 4-college consortium centered around ministry work. It's called ITC for short, but the full name is the Interdenominational Theological Center. And it sits right on the edge of Clark Atlanta University and Morris Brown College. And it still operates today. I hope you learned something.
Hope you enjoyed today's Yo After the Show, an extended segment following the full episode of Yo, Did You Know? A travelogue web series that follows me, Jen Ferris, a seasoned film and TV location scout. Did you learn something new today? Well, let's keep exploring together at YoDidYouKnowSeries.com.